Now, some of the things that I forgot to mention before in the last clip was I also did do some work in between, the game, the food. I didn't just sit here and do absolutely nothing. I did get some work done, of course. Some YouTube videos, sometimes working with my father before, and then so on and so on. Well, I just wish one day I can finally be with my darling. That day might not be for a long time, but hopefully it is soon. It won't be, I can already tell. But my one fear is losing her and me just going into a depression and just being in the corner. Me just going into a big old depression, going into the corner, living there for the rest of my life. That's what I would probably do, because I'd have nothing. I wouldn't be No, I wouldn't be able to find another woman. Because of one of my disabilities, I can only find love once. The woman that wants me dead, though, I never felt anything with her. Never. The one before that went to America, I never felt anything for her either. I felt a new feeling with my darling for the last 4 years. Whenever she's with me, I've just felt this feeling, and I've always had it whenever I'm with her, no one else. I've had 3 women. The one that wants me dead broke up with me because I didn't go too far, with the little, you know what I mean? I didn't rush into it. Plus, I wasn't going to do it anyway. I told her that's not what I want to do. You can probably guess what I'm on about. A little bit on the bed, but just because I said, nah, I'm not doing that. You can't make me. We fell out, and now then another one wants me dead. So yeah. And I remember this happened a few months ago. And this woman said, "Oh, hey, baby." And I think she's talking to my brother, because my brother's usually the one that rolls them in. And then after I known she was talking to me, big old boy here, I was like, "What you want?" And then she went, "You look tough. You look big." Then she looked down, and I was like, "What?" And she goes, "Ain't that a nice way to talk to a lady?" I go, "Oh, I didn't know I was talking to a lady." And then she leaves, and we never see her again. And I'm lucky, because I wasn't going to get into that anyway. I can already tell what she wanted me for. But just being with my darling, we sit down together. My left hand goes in her right hand, or the other way round. Oh God, I remember once we were standing up, and because my hand was way above hers, I had to do some kind of hunchback and go sideways. But it was good. My arm and my back started killing, but I do it for my darling. The best times I have with her, though, is the times where we just sit together. I hold her hand, and then I tell her that I love her, and if she ever has a problem, she can come to me, and I'll talk to her. Talk about it with her. She always knows if she finds me in school, she can talk to me. I hope, anyway. But, you know, we can't even talk with each other when we can't even talk to each other anymore without the teachers legit over our heads like, what are you talking about? We can't even talk to each other, and that's the time where I hate it, because I remember once, this was at good old college, we were sitting with each other on the same table. One of our friend was with us. Then she moves, and I see my darling looking down, looking a bit sad. So I sit next to her and go, "Hey, what's wrong?" She goes, "Nothing." I could tell something was wrong. And I talk to her, I tell her, if you ever need to speak with me, you can. You know, in same old, and I don't care how long I'll wait, I'll fight for you. I don't care, darling, what you say. And then, of course, teacher gets up, comes over, separates us, and then I can't even speak to her to try and cheer her up. But I mean, they've been ordered to do that, so I can't blame them. And then one of the other teachers, because we're on opposite sides of the table at this point, I have to speak a little louder. So one of the other teachers thinks it's a good idea to get up and go over to this other kid with the table. Kid, what? To go over to this table and sit down. Table opposite of us, of course. And then I just stay silent because I can't even talk to her. Because I know if I did, then either the teacher would get up and tell her to move, just go, "Selena," then look at her, and then we can't even speak. And then so on and so on. And I've got my own troubles at the moment with my brother. He's still sour about his breakup, but I hope I can help him sometime. Whenever I stay up for a long period of time, I go into this weird state where it's like where apparently my brother's told me I'm like drunk. I'm like, I've took a lot of things and took a lot of drugs, and I'm like, bro, you know I don't do that. It's bad for you. You know I don't do that. And then he plays me the recording, and I'm like, no, stop, don't kill yourself. And I'm like, oh no, what the hell is happening to me? And it's because I stayed awake for over 48 hours just being with him, just making sure he's alright. And then in the meantime, when he's asleep, I can't sleep as well because I'm trying to fix things with him and his woman. And I don't have time to plan my future and what I'm going to do. And then I can't plan how I'm going to keep in contact with my darling after. I care about her more than anything. But when I've got a brother that's like there, like, I'm going to die, I'm like, it's just hard. Life's not fair. But, you know, when I'm with my darling, it's all better. She makes me see things clearly. She makes me see her? No, she makes me see things clearly. And I feel happy. Even though I can't physically feel that. I know my body and my brain feels happy. Not like that. But get your mind out of the gutter. Not happy as in the big old... Yeah, no. No, not that. Not that kind. All the boys out there are probably like, yeah, we get happy as well when we're with our women. I'm like, no, that's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. People nowadays, like you say, when I'm with my darling, I'm happy. They instantly like, ooh, you get it, and then I'm like, no. Now you can't even say anything nowadays, and people will just take it out of context. Like it's just so funny on how, well, it's not funny. It's kind of dumb how people are like, ooh, you get happy, and then like I don't even go out anymore. I used to always. I don't even go out to see my boys. We used to have pizza nights. Pizza nights were the best. Where we all got pizza, we were on call, just like watching a film that someone shared through their screen. It was like, yeah, boys, you see what happened there? That was good. Action movie. It's all great. The best bunch of people I've ever met. But I cut connections with them because, you could probably guess why. I still stay in contact with some of the boys. We still had pizza night every Tuesday. Every Tuesday was either pizza night if I was here, and then if I went to my dad's house, it wasn't pizza night. But it was great. Pizza night used to be the best. Well, now I can technically do it nearly all the time because I'm not out there anymore. Well, nowadays we do it through the iPad and we, watch a movie. I remember when I was having panic attacks. Like, my brother, back when he was alright, he had to try and calm me down, and I was like, I'll never see her again. I'll never see her again. Oh no. It can happen at any time. And then after I had that dream that someone harmed her, I was like, but she was alright. And I'm glad, because I was having legit panic attacks. I've gone through stages, by the way, if you've noticed. I was sitting up, and then I slouched over, now I'm legit lying down. Because my shoulder is going into the wall. And because it's New Year's Eve, I have to stay awake all day, and it's currently 5. Actually, yeah, it actually is 5. It's 5:01. You can look at the ceiling for a bit because I'm just going to lean on my left hand. The left hand I do nothing with. The only thing I do with my left hand is either lift a weight, do push bar. I don't know what it's called. I don't know. I either lift weights with my left hand or I just hold my darling's hand. It's the only thing I do with my left hand. My right hand I do everything with though. I write with my right hand. Oh god, my chest just got a pain. I have my mouse in my right hand. PC mouse, like the click. You know what I mean. I just do everything with my right hand. Like, if I got challenged one day to use my left hand for everything and not use my right hand for anything other than lift weights and hold my darling's hand, I would not be able to live. I'd not be able to do it because I've got so used to doing everything with my right hand. I think the only things, if it was on a Wednesday, I'm pretty sure I'd be okay because it's like this gym, then I go sit with my darling, I hold her hand sometimes, and then, you know, just rinse and repeat on her. Sometimes on a Wednesday. So if it was on a Wednesday, I'd be alright. Well, I'll be okay. I probably still won't be able to make it through half of the day, but, you know. I could get challenged one day. Like, I could get challenged one day. And don't ask, the stash is coming in even more. The stash is coming in even more. And I'm getting even more muscle than I used to have, which is, I don't know, is it good? Is it bad? I don't know. Is it good to, I don't know. I used to be strong before, but like, I used to be really strong. I used to be really strong, then I went to like a bit weaker, and then a bit weaker, then a bit weaker, then a bit stronger, and so on and so on. I haven't got in a fight in a long time, and I'm glad. If, this is the way I work, say if someone has an argument with me, and then pushes me, I won't retaliate unless they actually hit me. They hit me, I'll self-defense, and I'll hit them back. And I'll do one of my old tactics, and I'll be able to restrain them with both of their arms so they can't hit me back. Then I'll just wait for someone to show up to get them. Well, not beat them, like, calm the situation. Then I'd let him go, or her, and then I'd tell my side of the story. Of course, they'd tell theirs, they'd completely change it and be like, no, he attacked me, he wanted to steal my wallet, even though they don't have a wallet on them. And then they hear my side of the story, and they'd say, I don't know what they'd say. They'd probably say something like, oh, his is more believable than yours. Me in the background, right. And then I'd say, you have a security camera right up there, you can check it. Well, I don't know where it would be if that ever happened, but, you know. So that's just the way I work. I don't start the fights, but I'm pretty good at finishing them. My brother, though, because of his temper, it's better if he stays home. But, you know, you can't stop him from going out. You know what I mean? And hopefully one day me and my darling will be together. And we can just be happy. First thing I'd do with her would be take her down to West Park, and we'd walk around the entire park, and then we'd find a place that is comfortable on the grass. If it's raining, though, I'd not go on the grass. I don't know. We'd sit down on the grass and we'd just talk about what's been happening in our lives. And then once it's time to finally go, and she said, can we stay a bit longer? I'd say, no, I had an agreement, and we have to get you back at this certain time. And if she wanted to stay with me, I'd say, darling, you'll see me again. But if we stay here now, you'll never see me again. And then we'd walk back, and then I'd say, goodbye, darling, I'll miss you. And then I'd hug her if we would be allowed to hug. I'd hug her, and then I'd say goodbye, and I'd make my way back myself, or father would pick me up. I'd rather walk back. My father tries, but I can't believe he got rid of the house that I was technically born in. Well, it was the second, but you know what I mean. That house had all my memories in it. Every time I was there, it just brought back so many memories. So many memories came flashing back every time I seen that house. But he got rid of it, and I can't believe that. I don't understand why he got rid of that. But it was the best house I've ever stepped foot in. Even if it had a lot of bad memories, the good ones were still there. And I loved that house. It was the best one I've ever been in. I loved going there. I remember he said he'd never get rid of his house. I remember that when he had a Manchester one, and I said, "Daddy." Well, I didn't sound like that. I didn't say Daddy either. "Daddy, when? Don't get rid of your house." Him in the background. "Well, it's better if I move in with her than she moves in with me because of her kid's school." And I'm like, "Well, really?" Well, and then he was about to get rid of his house, and then she broke up with him, and this time he got rid of it really early, so they'll feel sorry for him, so they won't want to kick him out if an argument happens, because he'll have nowhere to go. You know what I mean? But that's the thing with me, is I can see through people. My brother taught me a lot of things, and some of them I actually use, like the ability to sense if someone's bad or good. I didn't learn. Apparently, that trick only worked on the men for the time being, and then I learned that trick with the women as well after she wants me dead. Well, you know, I can't really do anything. That trick, though, that trick works on some people. I can read them. Some people I cannot. Some people I can. And is it good or bad having that ability? And is it good or bad not having most of the emotions? Like me. But you know, I try and be normal. I try and keep all my anger away. I just try and live a happy life for my darling. But then when it goes down south, and the teacher's like, "Get up, you can't sit together." I don't see a problem with that. Like, we had a teacher one of the last days at school, and we were on the bus, and she legit said, "You two aren't allowed to sit together." We weren't even doing anything. We were just sitting together, and I was talking to her. And then on the trip home, they say someone has to sit in between us. Well, I can only sit on some seats in a public bus anyway, because my legs will be banging up against a chair. So I have to like sit in the most uncomfortable spot. And if we all did that, then my friend Hazza and my darling will be crushed up against the wall because I have to sit in the middle really awkwardly. So my friend has her, and my darling will be on my left, and they'd be smashing up against the thing, because I need to sit in the middle black thing. And it's just, I don't see a problem with that. I mean, I don't see a problem with me sitting with my darling. Now my new style still hasn't come yet, but when it does, I will make sure to make a video on me wearing my new stuff, and it'll get to you, don't worry, it'll get to all of you. Not just to you, the one I just pointed at. I don't know why I did that. I don't like swearing, fighting, arguing. I don't like. Sorry, my hand just had a twitch. What is that? It's like an electric shock going through my hand, but you know what I mean. I don't like doing all that, because I just like to live happy with my darling, and she worries about me. She told me that. I know she worries about me the same way I worry about her and miss her. When I was off sick, possibly COVID, I came back and she was surprised to see me. But that's the thing. That Sunday, I was going back on Monday, that Sunday, I'd got some real bad dark news. What one of my friends told me. She's been in my video before, and it was Sadie. That was her YouTube name. Or we called her Marshy. And she gave me some real bad news. That the teachers want my darling to stay away from me. The only reason they don't come to me and say that is because I have a lot of good comebacks. I can say a lot of things and they won't have a response for it, because yet again my brother taught me well, and I know how to do some good comebacks. Like, really? Well, the last guy he didn't have to stay away. And I could go on and I could say a lot more. One of the teachers, most of the male teachers understand what I mean, understand my half, but the female teachers don't understand that, because they got it easy. Their men came and asked them out, and it was easy for them. But for the rest of the men, they understand what I mean. They understand me. And one of the teachers totally understands. Two of them completely understand. I'll only say by initials Mr. C, and I don't know the other one's last name. And Mr. M, I don't know his last name. But those are the two that understand where I'm coming from. And I like talking with them, because I trust them. It's hard to get trusted by me. I only trust a few people because, like my brother said, today's society is screwed up. And today's society is screwed up. That's what my brother says. And that's what my brother says. My brother tells me not to listen to anything someone tells me. And not to listen to if someone argues with me. My darling is the only one I'd actually ever... I know it wouldn't come to this, but she's the only one... There we go. She's the only one I'd ever sacrifice my life for. My brother I would die with, I'd go down in battle with him, but my darling, I would sacrifice my life for, so she can live a better day and she can survive. But I know it'd never come to that, but I'd do it anyway. Be ready for anything. That's what my brother told me. Be ready for anything. Anything could happen at any time. Someone could jump through this window right now. Someone could jump through that window right now. Someone could kick down my door. Anything could happen. Be ready for anything. Goes for everybody out there. Be ready for anything. Unless you're in like a guarded mansion with guards outside every door. Don't really need to be ready for much then. But a little bit of Joseph's advice and my brother's advice. This is advice that he gives me, but I'm going to share it with all of you. Sorry, brother, I'm sharing your advice, but be ready for anything, everybody. Everybody, be ready for anything. Anything could happen at any time. Any moment I could drop dead. Any moment I could be getting a call off of Katie saying no. I don't like using names. Wait, that's not even her real name anyway. Oh yeah, we use fake names. I forgot about that. Oh, I say boys, but one of us is a girl. But you know, I can't say me and the peeps. Me and the gang. Me and the people. I can't say that, so I just say me and the boys. But we always give each other nicknames, and that's her nickname. My brother's, I'm not gonna say. Mine, if you come to me if you want to know. The rest of the boys, I'm not gonna know. Anyway, I could get a call off her saying my brother's finally done it. He's finally gone. Which I hope doesn't happen, because I still need him. Other people still need him, and he still has a chance in life. Even though he thinks it's over for him, he still has a chance in life. Just because his woman left him doesn't mean it's the end. He still has a chance. My only chance is now. With my darling. This is my only chance. Because I only get feelings for a woman once in my life, like I've explained a bunch of times. Like I've explained a bunch of times. And I get feelings with my darling right now, and they are true. They are true. Shouldn't have done that. I got my bag, of course, my good old bag. Don't ask what's over there, that's a bunch of schoolwork. I keep all my old schoolwork. That is years old. I mean years old. I keep all of my schoolwork. I'm not getting rid of it. Memories. My old schoolwork, an old photo. You know. It's memories in there. So it just looks like trash, the bag and the pile, the bag and the pile over there. But it's all old work and some Christmas stuff. So why would I get rid of it? I want all the memories I can get of that school. Maybe one day we'll do a little vlog and I'll show you what my old work used to look like. Maybe. Of course, got my journal. Of course, why would I not have that? I'm going completely old western style. All I need to do is just flick that little rope up and then open it, and then put the rope back on when I'm done. I got my pen as well, which is pretty self-explanatory, but I don't know if I should show, because it's pretty self-explanatory. It's the pen. I guess I can show it. Here it is. And then the other light, which I do not know where it went. Is it in? Oh, I think it's in there. Is it in here? Oh, where's my other light? Oh, did I put it in the big part? I probably did, didn't I? I don't know what happened to my other light. I'm gonna have to find that. Like I said, be ready for anything. So I've already got one torch, but you know, you might need two. You never know, you could be trapped somewhere dark with another person. Or, one day, if you're using your torch and you're in a dark place, your torch could run out of batteries. And then what are you going to do? You're going to be wandering around in the dark. So you better have another light. Now, all you're going to hear when I'm walking around is just the spurs, the bag, and all the metal parts just doing this. Just like that. You know, it's going to be more realistic than I just did, because I did it with my hand, but also my thumb is pretty screwed at the moment. That's why I can't really do any videos. I guess I could, but I'd have to like put my thumb in a weird position, so I'd have to put it like that. I'd have to do that when I'm playing, so press the keyboard with my thumb like that, so it'd be really awkward. So I can't really do anything right now at the moment, so that's why I've took a little break. I did put up some videos. I will put up a very long video of the night in the tent, which still I could have lost my life in, but you know, I survived. I'm making it back to my darling, and I'll make it back to the rest of you as well. Hazza, if you're watching this, I don't know why anyone would still be watching this when it's at 37 minutes. Don't know why anyone else would be watching this right now. But Hazza, if you're watching this, I can't wait for another EB 9-inch #911. Can't wait for that. And if any of you don't know what that is, it's a piano song. It's not anything to do with the attack to the Twin Towers. It's nothing to do with any of that. It's just a piano song that we play on the piano. You have like these different beats, and one of them is called EB9 #911, and we put it as EB9 #911 because that's what it is. Because it's 9 and then the two ones are right next to each other, so it's 911. So you know what I mean. But can't wait to do that. Can't wait to get back to you too, darling. And can't wait to get back to you, my little friend, you know? Little friend. My boy. My broski. Sean. That's what I'm gonna call him for now. Even though that's like completely inaccurate. I just can't wait to get back to my darling. I can't wait to see the rest of my family either. Well, whatever family I have left. Whatever family I have left. Whatever. Can't wait to see the rest of them. And I can't see my granddad, of course, because he's gone. Not like that. I mean, he's gone abroad for Christmas and New Year, so I can't see him. Can't see my uncles. I can't see my mum's brother, which is also my uncle. I actually don't know, he might be coming round tonight actually, now that I said that. He actually might be coming round. Any one of my videos could be my last video. Like today, I've got to take something to keep me awake for the entire day. So, that could kill me. But, I don't know. But, anyway. Till next time, peace.